Ceal Floyer makes use of everyday objects and situations to shed light on the nature of perception, on the nature of language, on the nature of words. She seems to almost lay open the structural character of words and ideas and situations. Her work is drawn from everyday experiences, everyday objects. The work recalls a kind of Duchampian impulse where ready-mades are kind of mobilized to investigate language, our perception. The mechanisms of display are always very obviously there in her work and are incorporated seamlessly, almost as a kind of sculptural element. Her work can be thought of as very circular, a kind of logical extremity where everything is taken to an extreme logical conclusion. The work is also very self-reflexive, and by that we simply mean that it doesn't necessarily want to be about anything other than its own making, its own production, and thinks through as well its presence within a context of exhibition. We can begin with Light Switch, proposes something quite simple, a 35mm slide projected on a wall to scale of a light switch, a common everyday object. The light switch is placed precisely where you would normally find a light switch, so that the object that would normally turn on the light is itself made of light. The light switch in question of the title is the switch between the image and the projection mechanism, which is always on display in Ceal Floyer's work. On the second floor, we also have a work called Ink on Paper. Ink on paper is a normal thing that you read in a museum when a work was produced by the use of ink on paper. Again, Floyer takes this idea to its most logical extreme and uses packs of colored pens, and with these colored pens literally drains all of the ink from the individual pens on as many sheets of blotter paper as there are pens, producing a work which is, of course, a literalization of ink on paper. On the third floor, we have a fantastic work called Trash, which is placed very strategically on the bottom right-hand corner of a large wall. Trash is the classic Mac trash bin icon, which has been projected to scale to mimic an actual waste paper basket size. We have it on the corner of this wall, which of course becomes therefore a computer screen. The suggestion is that the wall has been, or the computer screen, or the mind, or the brain has been cleansed, erased, clean slate, and everything has been discarded in the bin. On the fourth floor, two great works, Double Act, which is both a spotlight illuminating the floor and the wall, but also projecting an image. So it's performing these two things. A very visible theater spotlight is also part of the work. And on the projection itself, the double act of the curtain as an image and the illumination of the floor as well. A fantastic work where a kind of thwarted spectacle is in play and where nothing seems to be happening, but where a lot of ideas are generated. This is also the case for Door, a normal working door, with light seeping out from the bottom of this door. But we realize immediately that there is a slide projector a few feet in front of the door, which is obviously projecting a strip of white light, a very bright strip of white light underneath the door. So what might have first been a sense of like, light beyond the door is very easily and quickly deconstructed as light being projected. Again, a very beautiful circular logic where the illusion and the demystification are one and the same thing. Absence is a powerful concept in Ceal Floyer's work, and we're in a room surrounded by 30 plinths. This is a work called Things, consists of, as you can see, plinths all over the room. A plinth is a normal museum display object. The plinths, however, are not displaying anything, which is precisely Ceal Floyer's point. What there is in this plinth, however, is an embedded speaker inside all of the plinth. At random, we have the word thing excised from 30 different pop songs issuing out of various plinths. Just the word thing, which is the only word excised from otherwise silenced pop songs, which is a pun, of course, on nothing, because normally you would have an object on these plinths, and in this case you have this immaterial sound. Ceal Floyer's many interventions, many subtle interventions, point to disquieting and important questions about representation, about how we perceive reality, how we perceive the world. Her art is made of double takes and shifting point of views, and I think you'll find this experience really interesting. I hope you get a chance to see this exhibition. Thank you very much.